book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books and Me. Today I'm going to be doing another Pottermore sorting. Now, I did have lined up some point this next week my getting a wand video, but J.K. Rowling on Pottermore just launched information on the American Wizarding School Ilvermorny, I think that's how you say it. And that also comes with a sorting quiz to find out what house you're in. Now, again, there are 4 houses in Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny. Is that how you say it? And they are Thunderbird, Horned Serpent, Puckwudgies, and Wampus. I have no idea what each of the houses mean. There are a lot of there is a new article on Pottermore about the history of the school, which I haven't read yet. I'll read after I do this quiz. So I don't really know too much about the school itself, the houses and everything like that, though I have seen some glimpses on social media about everything. I've seen a lot of people being sorted already, and I'm excited, so let's get into it.
So here's the screen that starts off on Pottermore. Like I said, I haven't read the history and information on that. I will later. So if we go to sorting when it loads, I'm already logged in. So you can see I've already been sorted into Ravenclaw, but do go check out that video if you haven't already. Hang on. And I have already got my wand. I've already filmed that video and it will be up soon if you guys are interested in that as well. But we are more interested about joining your Ilvermorny house. And I'm excited. Okay. What is your preference? Plot or explore? Explore. I don't know what we're doing, but anyway. When will I learn to keep my mouth shut, to say no, to do things on time, or the secret? These are really weird questions. These are so different from the Hogwarts sorting quiz. When will I learn to do things on time? Because although I am on time with a lot of things, I also leave important things to the last minute, like my uni assignments. If I could, I would never feel pain, fear, regret, shame. I feel like I would, I don't know. Pain, I think pain and fear are things that you have to feel in life to be able to learn and grow and things like that. Regret and shame, they're two that they're very plaguing, I think. I think I would never feel shame, because there's a lot of things where you feel ashamed of doing things that aren't necessarily shameful things, and you shouldn't feel shameful about doing those things, so I'm definitely going to go shame. My beliefs are hard-worn, who I am, constantly evolving, few but strong. I think I'm going to say my beliefs are constantly evolving, because when in this day and age, you see things from other people's perspectives, and there's new thought processes to go with things, and I just think you can have your strong beliefs, but you can also have them constantly evolving with your new discovery of things. Oh. Where would you least like to find yourself? Imprisoned alone in a silent dungeon, locked in a crowded cage standing only room, in a dock in court, accused of a crime you did not commit, on the deck of a ship as a tidal wave comes over the horizon, trapped in the attic as the house burns below you, on a rope bridge frayed over the canyon, lost in a forest at night, eyes staring at you through the dark. Oh, all of them are things that I would probably not want to do. I don't really know. This is a tricky one, because they all have their things, they're all things that you wouldn't really want to do, but what is the one that I wouldn't like to not do the most? That is the real question. I'm going to say trapped in the attic as the house burns below you, because that's something that could legitimately happen. Those other things are things that they could happen depending on where you lived and things like that, but I think being in a house, especially not necessarily being in an attic, but being in a room that you can't get out of in a burning house, that's scary. Whose judgment do you fear most? Nobody's, my own, my friends, my family's, the world's, histories. I'm going to say my family is the judgment I fear the most, because not that I feel like they're going to stay, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I feel like they can judge me for things that I do, that I say, and I might not really change because of that judgment, but I sometimes I don't like hearing judgment on things that put me down for things that I do when I know myself that I'm okay with the choices I've made. But it's sort of like some of the judgment you can get from your family can hurt the most, because they're the people who are meant to know you the best and like have your back kind of thing. So definitely my family's. Think of the question you would most like answered by a person or an all-knowing being or device. Which of the following most closely resembles the answer you'd like to hear? Well, I don't know what question I would like the most answered. What answers have we got? Without a shadow of a doubt, never. Very soon, it is impossible, yes. I will show you everything, only if you agree. If you come with me, no I didn't, you are. Yes, you may. Only once, if you want to. Forever, not for many years. Well, I don't even really know a question. Like, they really should have put this at the start so you had longer to think about it before we got to the question. Because I can't really think of like a question I would like the most answered. This is a question that you'd actually want to think long and hard about to make sure it is like the most important question to you. I feel like with a lot of questions you could probably word them to suit any of these answers. So I'm just going to go with without a shadow of a doubt, because I feel like a question that I could ask would be, I don't know, this is a hard question, I'm just going to go with that. No curse can work without the victim's secret consent. I'm going to say false, because a victim's never going to consent to being cursed. A curse can work on anything, right? Or am I meant to actually know the answer, or is this just my opinion? I'm going to go false, because no curse can work without the victim's secret consent. A victim's never going to secretly consent to being cursed, so false.
Pugwudgie. Congratulations, you've been sorted into Pugwudgie. I have no idea what that means, but yay! I am now a Ravenclaw and a Pugwudgian. Whatever that means. Okay, we have to learn more about this house because I have absolutely no idea what any of these houses are. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about being sorted into Pugwudgie and they had no idea. I've seen some tweets that people reckon this is like the Hufflepuff house. So we will see what it is. Named by James Stewart after the fiercely independent magical creature, the Pugwudgie. The Pugwudgie. Am I saying it right? Am I supposed to know what this animal is? Pugwudgie House is sometimes considered to represent the heart of a witch or wizard. It is also said that Pugwudgie favours healers. I don't know what that means. And that's all we've got. It's not like Hogwarts houses where you actually had like an introduction thing. Maybe they'll do that in the future, but right now there isn't anything. So yeah, turns out I'm in Pugwudgie. I don't really know what that means. I really hope J.K. Rowling comes in and like explains more about the houses. I don't know what the descriptions are for other houses, but I do also think that they are pretty short, and I think I've seen people on Twitter sort of wondering what their house is, like what it means more about them, because the descriptions are pretty short. So that is it for today's video. I'm now going to go and read about Ilvermorny to figure out more about this school. I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can get sorted yourself, alongside obviously getting sorted into your Hogwarts house and getting a wand. Let me know in the comments below what Ilvermorny house you were sorted into, and whether you sort of know what your house represents for you, whether you feel like the short description of it sort of means something to you. Yeah, other than that, I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye!